Are you looking to buy a smartphone? Then wait till September and October 2020 because many of the companies are going to launch their amazing smartphone in these 2 months. In this video, I am going to show you the best smartphones that are upcoming in the month of September and October 2020. Please hit the like button and do share this video among your friends, and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Realme is all set to launch their new phone called Realme V5 very soon. Realme V5 smartphone was launched on 3rd August 2020 in China, and it is expected to go to the other countries in the month of September 2020. The phone comes with a 6.5-inch of touchscreen display with a resolution of 1080p and an aspect ratio of 19.5:9. The Realme 5 is powered by the 2 GHz octa-core MediaTek Dimensity 720 processor, which is quite powerful, coupled with 6 GB of RAM and 128 GB of internal storage. The Realme V5 runs Android 10 out of the box, and it is powered by the big battery that is of 5000 mAh. As far as cameras are concerned, the Realme V5 on the rear packs a 48 megapixel primary camera with an aperture of f1.8, a second 8 megapixel camera with an aperture of f2.3, and a third 2 megapixel camera with an aperture of 2.4, and a fourth 2 megapixel camera with an aperture of f2.4. The rear camera looks exciting and guarantees to take amazing pictures. It also sports a 16 megapixel camera on the front for selfies, comes with an aperture of f2.1. The phone is expected to cost you around somewhere $220 to $250 in the international market and 15,000 Indian rupees. The phone is expected to come in the month of September 2020. Links are given in the description. You can check the more details from there. Google Pixel 4a, the most awaited mid-range smartphone from Google. The Google Pixel 4a smartphone was launched on 3rd August 2020 and will be available for purchase in the month of September 2020. The phone comes with a 5.81-inch of touchscreen display with a 1080p resolution at a pixel density of 443 pixels per inch. The Google Pixel 4a is powered by 1.8 GHz octa-core Qualcomm Snapdragon 730G processor, coupled with 6 GB of RAM and 128 GB of internal storage. The Google Pixel 4a runs Android 10 out of the box, and it is powered by 3140 mAh of battery, which is quite disappointing as Google always disappoints with their battery capacity. But the happy news is that the Google Pixel 4a supports fast charging. As far as cameras are concerned, the Google Pixel 4a on rear packs a 12.2 megapixel camera with an aperture of f1.7 and a pixel size of 1.4 micron. The rear camera will impress you with its amazing specifications. It sports a 8 megapixel camera on the front for selfies, comes with an aperture of f2.0 and a pixel size of 1.12 micron. The phone looks handy and impressive, and it just weighs around 143 grams, which is quite light. The phone will be available for the price around $400 to $500 in the international market. Links are given in the description. You can check the more details from there. Vivo S7. Vivo S7 has finally launched in China as the latest offering from the company, and it is expected to launch in the month of October in other countries. The phone's big highlight is its dual selfie camera setup in the front and its triple camera setup at the back. The Vivo S7 is powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 765G chipset, which is also 5G compatible. The phone is expected to cost around $450 to $500 in the international market and 30,000 Indian rupees for 8 GB and 128 GB model. Coming to the detailed specification about the phone, the Vivo S7 runs on FunTouchOS 10.5 based on Android 10 software. It features a 6.44-inch AMOLED display with an aspect ratio of 20:9, and there is a 91.2% of screen-to-body ratio. As I said before, the phone is powered by the powerful 765G octa-core chipset coupled with 8 GB of RAM, and there is up to 256 GB of internal storage. As far as cameras are concerned, the Vivo S7 has a triple rear camera setup with a main 64 megapixel GW1 sensor with an aperture of 1.89. There is a secondary 8 megapixel ultra wide angle sensor with a 120 degrees field of view and a last 2 megapixel monochrome sensor with an aperture of 2.4. There is a dual selfie camera setup with a 44 megapixel and an 8 megapixel secondary camera that guarantees to take amazing selfies. The other camera features include 10x digital zoom, night scene portrait, and AR cute shooting with a dynamic photo feature. The Vivo S7 packs a 4000 mAh of battery, comes with a 33W fast charging support. The phone has a screen fingerprint sensor and support face unlock as well. As I said before, this phone will cost you around $400 in the international market and 30,000 Indian rupees for 8GB plus 128GB model. Google Pixel 5 and Google Pixel 4a 5G pre-orders are reportedly tipped to begin from October 8, 2020. The Pixel 5 will be Google's flagship offering for 2020, and if the date is indeed accurate, then it's nice to know that it will be arriving on time. A lot of manufacturers including Apple have had to delay the product launches due to the ongoing pandemic. Having said that, Google France in its blog post only mentioned that the pre-orders would begin from October 8, meaning it could be another time of waiting before the phone actually begins shipping. The post was spotted by Twitter user Maxim as reported by 9to5 Google. We still do not know anything about the Google Pixel 5 and what sort of unique feature it will bring. Last year's Pixel 4 featured motion sense gestures and astrophotography mode in the camera. The good news is that the same feature will be available in the Google Pixel 4a too, that is going to be available in the month of September and in some countries in the month of October 2020. Google has usually hosted its hardware event in early October in the past few years, so the date of October 8 for pre-orders could hint at the event taking place either on the day itself or few days before. So these are the details we know so far about the Google Pixel 5. Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 2. Samsung didn't fully unveil the Galaxy Z Fold 2, but it did lift the cover a little bit so we can have a peek. Really, it focused on two displays and even then it held back some details. The internal screen has grown to 7.6 inch from the 7.3 on the original. Also, the display now incorporates ultra-thin glass for improved image quality. The external screen is much larger too, that is 6.2 inch. It covers the entire front when the Fold 2 is folded. The aspect ratio is taller than the most phones out there, but you can successfully use the Fold 2 closed. The front-facing camera and the internal cameras have both Mode 2 punch holes. There is no mention of the price yet, but it is expected that the pre-orders will begin from the September 1st week 2020. Coming to some detailed specification, the inner screen will have a dynamic AMOLED 2x panel with a 120Hz refresh rate. The refresh rate is actually adaptable. It can be anything between 1Hz and 120Hz. There is no S Pen support despite some persistent rumors. The outer display is a Super AMOLED with a 60Hz refresh rate. It is quite tall, comes with an aspect ratio of 25:9. Both inner and outer display supports HDR10+. The fingerprint reader is mounted on the side so that it is accessible regardless of whether the phone is closed or open. It shouldn't surprise you that the Z Fold 2 is powered by the Snapdragon 865 Plus chipset coupled with 12GB of LPDDR5 RAM and 256GB of internal storage. The phone features, of course, the 5G connectivity, both sub-6 GHz and mmWave. The triple camera on the back has the same makeup as before, that is 3 12MP sensors with the different lenses. The main camera features optical image stabilization at an aperture of 1.8. The other two lenses are telephoto and ultra-wide. Both front-facing cameras have 10MP sensor with an aperture of f2.2 with fixed focus lenses. The battery has 4500 mAh capacity and supports 25W fast wired charging and 11W wireless charging. So this is all we know about the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 2. So these are some of the best upcoming smartphones in the month of September and October 2020. If you like the video, please hit the like button, do share this video among your friends. Thanks for watching, take care, bye bye.